It's a big part of this game. You guys obviously had to stay calm in this one.
For sure. They definitely came out with a bit more energy than us tonight, and but I thought as the game went on, we got better and better, and the third period I thought we kind of took over there. So you're not going to have it every night in the first period, but as long as you keep building and getting better, it's all that matters.
How does that happen? Is it just confidence? Is it just because you are a much better team, later in the game? Sometimes,
I'm not trying to make excuses for anyone, but sometimes the afternoon games are tough to get into a little bit, and but like I said, I thought we did a great job after the first period of kind of regrouping and playing our game.
Is there any added motivation facing the team that eliminated you from playoffs last season?
Someone asked me that the other day. For me, no, I don't really think of it that way. I think it's a new season. We got a lot of new faces in here, and they're a good team, and we like to play those games, and it was good to get that win tonight.
How big is that power play goal?
That's huge. We've been struggling a little bit, but it's definitely nice to get one goal in the net.
Is it good sometimes? You only had 30 seconds. No time to think. Let's just make a play.
Yeah. Roop did a great job snapping that one back, and Dutch buried it. So it was as simple as that. We didn't really get to work it around or anything, but it's just like I said. It's nice to see them go in and keep rolling.
That second goal scored by Matt, what did you see him go into the front of the net? How did you kind of get that pass through?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw him coming. I was just kind of waiting to see if that other D-man was going to come at me, and he ended up coming. So I knew Dutchie was going to be there, and he did a great job putting in the net.
What was the feeling after that first period when you guys were outshot 11-2? Is this a continuation of the type of series that you're going to play against Edmonton, or did you guys just say to yourself we're going to step things up against this team? We got to do it now.
Yeah, like I said, I think we didn't bring our best in the first period, and they're a good team. They make plays. They hold on to the puck. They got some elite players over there. So in here we know what we have to do to win games, and I thought we got better as the game went on. We started to do those things. So.
Is your chemistry with Dutchie even at a higher level than it was last year?
Yeah, we talk a lot. We're always talking, always trying to get better, and he's a vet in this league, and he's played a lot of games, so he's got a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge. So most of the time I'm just an ear, but like I said, we talk a lot, and I think that helps.
Sometimes you have to just set it up,
I'm just joking. I know that. I saw that. I know.
I saw your daughter. She was very excited.
Which one?
Your oldest.
My oldest one.
She was like, "Daddy scored first and second goals."
They're funny. They love the games.
Just going with the theory of patience. You guys had it as a team. I think Mush had it on your goal. You guys had it for the power play. There's just a lot of things that you just have to stay calm in this league, and you guys did a good job.
Yeah, I don't know if it was patience or just not a good game by us. I think maybe a bit of both. I think the last two games, the two teams we played have done a good job not letting us get to kind of our game. But, the first period we couldn't make a 10-foot pass, so it was an execution thing. It wasn't really an X's and O's thing. It was just on us to clean that up. And I felt like, we started to get that going a little bit. I think it started with a really good forecheck by Mush that created a little bit of zone time in the second period, and then the next line came out, had a great shift, and we just started to kind of roll from there. So sometimes you just gotta hang in there. Jake, obviously, it should have been 4-0 after the first period probably without him. Our PK did a hell of a job too. So there's a lot of little things went into the win tonight. We probably, if you look at the 60 minutes, probably shouldn't have won the game, but I thought the last 25 minutes we were the better team.
How big to get that power play goal in that situation?
Yep, our PK stepped up, and they've been great all year, and our power play had to step up too. So kind of a fortunate bounce right out to me there, and puck I thought was going to stay up on its edge. It just settled last second. I was able to kind of get a shot off. So no, it's big. Special teams are huge, and it's been a big part of this team's identity for several years, and this year can't be any different.
Does this give you any measure of revenge in being able to knock off Edmonton after they knocked you off in the playoffs last year?
Not really. We definitely, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't, a little bit of a motivator. But at the same time, all things are even till playoffs. Obviously you can maybe get a little bit of a mental edge, but we were pretty good against them last year, and they beat us in the playoffs. So it doesn't really matter regular season. It's about winning that race to the playoffs, and then in the playoffs when if you see each other, we'll see what happens.
Pete talks a lot about wanting you guys to build your game throughout the season. How does it feel knowing that you've won 5 of the first 6, and even if you don't have your best, you're getting wins?
Yeah, I think that speaks to how deep we are, and I think our structure is really effective. So even when we're not at our best, we kind of bend, but we don't break. And when we do break, we got a great goaltender back there to bail us out. So this team's been as successful as it's been for a reason, and we haven't had our best, but at times we've also been very good at times. But we want to, its first 10 games are kind of a crapshoot for everybody, so we want to keep building, and hopefully we're able to do that.
How have you and Mason kept that line consistent, even with Tyler out for a couple of games? It seems like the two of you all keep rolling.
We're trying. I don't think we're great last game. Last game was tough, I think, offensively for everybody, but I think we just, you can overanalyze games in the first 10 because you don't have a big sample size, and he and I talked about it before the game. We just try and flush it and move forward, and the first, like I said, 35 minutes for us and everyone on the team was garbage, and we were trying to get something going. And to your point, you got to stay patient sometimes and be ready for it to break, and not try and get frustrated. That's something, as a young player, I definitely got frustrated in games like that, and you're maybe not ready for an opportunity like on the power play or other things like that. So this team does a really good job of keeping even keel, and it rubs off on everybody.
Duchene, I know it's early, but do you feel like this team might even be better defensively than last year as well?
Defensively? Yeah, I think so. I think we were giving up a lot of goals early last year, and I think and Otter had an unbelievable start for us last year too, but we gave up way too much, especially at home. And I think our structure is better. I think we're maybe a little deeper on the back end to start. Be nice to get Dumba back, obviously, but Smitty's done a hell of a job stepping in, and I think our PK has been excellent. So we want to get our offense going, and we will. Our power play going, we will get that going. But again, it's 6 games in, so a lot of work left to do. We got to, we're 5-1. We got to stay humble.
My angle is patience, but you didn't really have time to stay patient. You got shots coming at you pretty quick. But as a team, do you think you guys have done a good job of, staying patient and waiting for a moment when, like that power play?
Yeah, I think, you're not going to have your best game every night, and it's just about, when you get the chance to capitalize and do it, and, had some huge goals, and, wasn't our best, but won't always be, and you need to win games like that.
How does it feel to be 5-1 right now?
Feels great. Yeah, it's great start to the season, and we want to be like we were last year. I felt like we weren't stressed at all last year. We were in the driver's seat the whole year, and that's what you want.
Seemed like tonight there were a couple of times where they tried to get you on the post side, and you were right up against it. Is that something that you worked on in the off season, looking at some of those weaknesses?
Yeah. I think those guys are so good. Like if you give them, any little crack, they'll try to get it in there. So just trying to, seal the post and be good down low. I'm as big as it gets as it comes to goalies, so it should be pretty hard to beat me down low and in tight. So something I worked on a lot, and it was good.
How much the difference from last year? Duchene mentioned he feels y'all are a little tighter defensively last year. And what about you personally? Do you feel like your positioning is better? You feel healthier? Defense, is it all of those things?
I think all. Yeah, I think I'm just like more confident that I think as a goalie, like you want to be like aggressive, but when you're 6'6", you can be deeper, and that helps you like get to plays easier, and especially when they can snap it around like them. Like if you're 6 inches outside the crease, they're going to make you look pretty silly. So I think just the confidence and the reads that I've worked on, I can make a lot of saves from the goal line. So if I can just be patient and stay back a little bit more, I think it kind of slows things down for me.
What goes into reading the game? Is it pre-scout? Is it just your way you are? Because it looks like you are anticipating very well right now.
Yeah, I think 5 years of playing and great goalie coaches, learning from great goalies. I think Bish has harped on that for me since like day one that I met him. So I've learned a lot of that from him, and he's a different animal, so I can't play like exactly like him, but there's a lot of things I can take from him, and he's preach that a lot and just using my size to my advantage. And once you get confident that you can do that and stop anyone in the world, then the game slows down.
Speaking of anyone in the world, is that an especially challenging team to stop?
Yeah, it's the best player of all time on that team, in my opinion. So, yeah, whenever they come into town, it feels like a playoff game, and the intensity is 10x, and yeah, just a fun challenge, and boys stepped up.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was just going with the angle, you guys stayed patient. This one, I know it wasn't great early, but you stayed calm, and then the power play stayed patient.
Yeah.
When you got the one chance, you took advantage.
Yeah, patience a nice word for it.
Positive.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Jake was our best player, but you need that, and that's why we're paying him what we're going to pay him. And then we got our legs as the game went on. I think I didn't like our first period. I think when I look at our schedule, it's 6 games in probably 9 or 10 nights, afternoon game coming off the road in Washington. So, I expected we might be a little bit off tonight, but Jake, held us in early until we found some legs, and the first goal was obviously critical.
What's about the power play? Was it good that you actually had 28 seconds to just make a simple, smart play? And
well, it was good we scored. We've been pressing. So regardless of the situation, I think we needed one so we can take a deep breath here and relax and hopefully move forward. We shuffled the power play units around a little bit, and it was a good spark tonight.
The forward lines too, at even strength, looked like the right wings were moving.
Yeah.
What were y'all looking for?
Yeah, again, just a spark after the first period. I obviously didn't like our first period. So, we just move some things around to see if we could, find a spark within the group, and I thought we did.
Marchment, Duchene, obviously missing Tyler, but they still seem to
Yeah,
chemistry when they need it.
yeah, they were great. Those guys have been they've been good right from day one. So consistently creating offense for us. Mush has been outstanding, I think. So has Duchene. I feel like whoever we kind of stick with them, they help them. So they've been a critical piece for us, like they were last year at the beginning of the season.
Last year, you guys were relatively healthy, all things considered, and this year you're getting your depth challenged a little bit early. So how good does it feel to be 5-1, knowing that you haven't even had your best contingent or even your best games?
Yeah, it feels good. I think. I think listen, we're through 6 games. Our game isn't perfect. Our penalty kill and our goaltending have been outstanding, which has given us a chance to win every game we've been in.
Brendan Smith had a big hit there in the second. Did that feel like it drove some energy in the bench?
Yeah, I thought Smitty and Benner, I think, had a big hit after that. I thought that physicality kind of juiced us a little bit too.
What is Jake doing right now? Is he just reading the game well? Is it just? He even said he's a huge goalie.
Yeah.
So he can stay back a little bit, but he just seems to be in the right place to.
Yeah. Well, one, he's healthy. He's coming off a summer where he actually got to train, and unlike last summer, and when he's dialed in, he combines that size with hockey sense, where he's there before the puck's there. So.
I know it's early and Dumb was hurt, but is this kind of what you envisioned defensively from your team? I
don't know about tonight. I thought, like I said, I thought Jake, if not for Jake, we're down probably 3-0 in the first period. So, I don't think it was a defensive gem for us tonight. But, I do think over the 6-game segment, our defensive game has been pretty decent. And combine that with good goaltending, you have a chance to win. Okay, thanks, guys.